This video and every other video I make is brought to you by Patreon. I couldn't do this without your support. Check out what kind of incentives you can get down below. Hey, what's up, Universe? It's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. Welcome back to All Elite Wrestling Dynamite. Here on the final episode before this Saturday, Sunday, this weekend's Wrestle Dream event. I think it's going to be Sunday. It's whatever day Stand and Deliver in real life isn't. So it is this Sunday going down on LS11 Universe. AEW Wrestle Dream. Huge matchup. And we are kicking things off tonight on the final Dynamite before Wrestle Dream, as we are having a 8-woman over the top rope battle royal. The winner will challenge will challenge Julia Hart for the AEW TBS Championship. As we've already seen, Mercedes Martinez and Nyla Rose make their way to the ring. Out next, Jamie Hayter, the Queen of AEW, making her way down to the ring. Out next, multi-time AEW Women's World Champion, the Doctor is in. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, making her way down to the ring. Out next in this matchup, as we are just over the halfway point now, the Living Dead, Abaddon. Limping down towards the ring, Abaddon, those soulless eyes that follow them everywhere they go. Haven't seen Abaddon in quite some time. In fact, I think the last time we saw them, they were in TNA as part of the Decay. Many months ago. Over a year ago at this point. Out next, this Battle Royal features so many of the top names in the AEW Women's Division, as Thunder Rosa making her way to the ring. Everyone in this everyone you see tonight, mods, just so you know. Thunder Rosa making her way down to the ring. Out next, the 7th woman in this matchup, the woman who just challenged for the TBS title a few weeks ago at AEW World's End, and ended up coming up short due to the debut of Megan Bayne, the Megasis of the Cult of the White Witch. Taya Valkyrie making her way down to the ring. Taya Valkyrie, the second last woman in this matchup, but last but certainly not least, my oh my, how I have missed this woman in my time away. I had her in TNA, then she left for AEW while Ray was running the show, and now I finally got her back. I have missed her greatly. The Virtuosa Diana Perazzo making her way down to the ring. Diana Perazzo makes her way down. We've got our competitors. These 8 women face off in a battle royal. The winner gets Julia Hart for the TBS title this Sunday. So without any further ado, here we go. It is anyone's game as Jamie is going after Thunder Rosa, Abaddon, and Mercedes Martinez, Britt and Nyla going at it. I'll be 100% frank with you. I don't know what's going on with the shadows in the ring. And so I do apologize if it's hard to look at visually with all of that. As now, Thunder Rosa! What a flying shot to Britt Baker, and Nyla Rose takes her down as well. Big clothesline from Jamie Hayter. Nyla Rose now with Jamie Hayter. No, Jamie Hayter redirects Nyla Rose over the top rope. Nyla Rose shoving her back now. Taya Valkyrie's got Deonna Purrazzo down. Now Mercedes Martinez takes down Thunder Rosa, dropping her. Gets for a knee strike, does Nyla. Deonna Purrazzo, forearm strike, knocks her down. And now Jamie Hayter, he's got the Virtuosa here. Mercedes Martinez with Abaddon. Taking her down now. Britt Baker. Oh, massive spine buster there. Britt with a jumping neckbreaker to Mercedes. Knee strike from Thunder Rosa to Jamie Hayter. Britt Baker. Punch to the back of Thunder Rosa. Who's going to get that all-important first elimination in this one? It seems like it could be happening any moment now. As Nyla Rose has... She's got Taya Valkyrie in position. Britt Baker's got Thunder Rosa precariously over the top rope. Thunder Rosa trying to hang on, though. And she does. Deonna Purrazzo goes over the top rope. Jamie Hayter now goes up to the middle rope, and Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, they used to be friends. Used to run together for the first few seasons that they were here in LS11 Universe. Abaddon gets thrown over the top rope, but Thunder Rosa unable to get the elimination yet. Deonna Purrazzo in trouble at the hands of Mercedes Martinez again. Thunder Rosa with the Fire Thunder driver to Britt Baker, I believe. Jamie Hayter takes down Thunder Rosa again now. It's anyone's game for this number one contenders battle royal right now to the TBS title. This Wrestle Dream this Sunday is going to be a huge event. I'm very much looking forward to it. I hope you all are as well. As Thunder Rosa goes over the top rope. Is she going to go out to the floor? Abaddon eliminated. Abaddon eliminated. 1 down, 6 to go. Nyla Rose scores the first elimination. Tries to make it 2 for 2. Jamie Hayter hangs on. Thunder Rosa taking down Deonna Purrazzo. Now Thunder Rosa's got her. Jamie Hayter thrown over the top rope. Taya Valkyrie. Taya Valkyrie eliminates the former AEW Women's Champion. Thunder Rosa goes for a cannonball senton. Britt Baker now with Nyla Rose. Britt Baker goes over the top. Thunder Rosa hanging on. Britt Baker skins the cat. Over the top rope goes Taya Valkyrie. Britt Baker taking down Nyla Rose. We are down to 5 women. And now Taya Valkyrie's got Deonna Purrazzo up. The Virtuosa taken down with a German suplex. The corner she goes now. Countered by Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes puts Taya in the ropes now. Mercedes Martinez. We're down to 4. There goes Taya Valkyrie. Make it 3. There goes Deonna Purrazzo. Courtesy of Britt Baker. Nyla Rose. Massive lariat to Mercedes Martinez. Getting her back up to her feet now. And now Nyla Rose eliminates Martinez. We are down to 2. 2 of the earliest names in the AEW Women's Division. The inaugural AEW Women's Champion here in LS11 Universe, Britt Baker. And Nyla Rose and Britt Baker. Hang on a minute. Hangs her up in the ropes. Swinging neck breaker, taking her down. Britt turns her over. Looks like she was... Oh! Thought she was going to go for the blackout stomp. And Nyla Rose, the native beast, gets caught. Britt Baker throws her into the corner. Countered by Nyla. Nyla Rose, German suplex, taking her down. Now Nyla Rose hits the ropes. I hook to Britt. Nyla Rose hits the ropes again. Oh, Britt Baker, forearm strike, taking her down. And now Britt, what is she thinking here? Britt Baker up on her shoulders. Look at the strength there of Britt Baker. Dropping Nyla Rose into lockjaw. Britt Baker with the lockjaw, but even if Nyla taps, it's not going to be over. You still got to get her over the top rope. And Nyla Rose being a larger competitor in the AEW Women's Division. Her as a bunch of dead weight would be Nigh impossible to get over that top rope if she was from a grounded position. Britt Baker goes for her again. Nyla counters. Nyla pounces on Britt. Nyla Rose now grabs onto Britt Baker. Nyla Rose scoops her up. Nyla Rose trying to throw Britt Baker over the top rope. Britt Baker hanging on. Will the DMD stay in this one? Britt now, right hook into the back, knocking back Nyla. Britt Baker redirects her over the top rope. Britt Baker eliminates her and gets the win. Britt Baker with the victory. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD with the win. The DMD with the victory tonight. Britt Baker earns herself a shot at the TBS Championship against Julia Hart this Sunday. Hell of a matchup tonight. Hell of a battle royal right here. Nyla Rose was over the top, and that knee into the back of the skull from Britt Baker was enough to seal the deal, and the DMD picks up the WIN. Britt Baker is heading to Wrestle Dream this Sunday. This Sunday, I enter the 20-man Casino Royale Rumble match. I walk in to Wrestle Dream looking to redeem myself after falling out of fortune over the last few months. Falling out of fortune since I was forced to relinquish the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. I have said that I needed somebody to help me get my career back on track and to aid in my rise back up the rankings. And I assure you all I have found that man. And after I win the Royale on Sunday, he will be here next Wednesday to help me celebrate it. I have gotten my sights set on being AEW's champion, on main eventing Double or Nothing, and on going into the new season, into the new era, on top. Alright folks, well coming up next here on Dynamite, we have got some trios action coming up as... Wait a minute. Nah. Ain't no fucking way. You have gotta be kidding me! The Outrunners, Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd debuting a new theme song tonight, and it is a classic! A new take on a classic hit from the youngest man alive! This is a deep cut song for me. Those that know me, those that have known me for a long time, know why them coming out to Never Gonna Give You Up is such a deep cut. But of course, it's a trios match featuring the Outrunners. So naturally, their trios partner, not one to be outdone entrance-wise. The very nice, very evil Danhausen. Danhausen making his way down to the ring. The very nice, very evil one is here. Former TNA Digital Media Champion, multi-time hardcore champion within the LS11 universe as well. So Danhausen has made his way down to the ring. OutHausen in the house. In the housen. OutHausen are back together again. And their opponents, together as a trio for the first time since the big reveal back at World's End. Bullet Club. Jay White, Juice Robinson, and David Finlay making their way down to the ring. Finn Juice, part of the big four-way ladder match this Sunday at Wrestle Dream. They will be challenging the current AEW Tag Team Champions Dishonor, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, alongside Edge and Christian, alongside Aussie Open of the Death Riders, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis, in the four-way ladder match for the AEW Tag Team titles this Sunday. This is the first time we're seeing the three of these men unite. It was the big reveal, the big plot twist at World's End from Jay White. The reveal that this whole time, Jay White has been the secret puppet master of Bullet Club. This whole time, Bullet Club has been one big united force, and the leaders of Bullet Club, David Finlay, Zack Sabre Jr., and Kenta, have been listening to Jay White. Jay White's been secretly directing traffic the whole time. The only people that knew about it were Juice, Finlay, and Kenta and Zack Sabre Jr. Just that very close circle of Bullet Club knew about it. Gabe Kidd didn't know about it. Drilla Maloney, Clark Connors, Taiji Ishimori, Shane Haste, Mikey Nichols, none of them. Of course, it seems after Honor Club last week, Haste and Nichols may have finally departed Bullet Club, as there's big shots there from Juice Robinson. Juice coming off the ropes now. Big right hook from Turbo Floyd. Uppercut now, taking him down. Turbo Floyd goes for an E-strike. Juice Robinson out of the way now, and Juice Robinson, of course, a former TNT champion, into a suplex, taking him down. Juice Robinson now kicking the midsection, knocking him back here. Juice pulling him in, throws him across the ring into the corner. Tag made, David Finlay in. I mean, you look at it, David Finlay was leading Bullet Club in Ring of Honor and TNA when all of this was going down. Finlay, Haste, and Nichols were the final Ring of Honor six-man tag team champions. Big jumping neckbreaker there. Oh, Danhausen taken out before Turbo can make the tag. David Finlay now taking him down. And yes, Bullet Club went through some ebbs and flows over the last couple years since Jay White publicly left the group at New Japan. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. David Finlay going up to the top rope now. Finlay can look to come off the top with Superplex into Falcon Arrow. Into the cover now. Finlay for the one. Kick out from Turbo Floyd. He's got him back up to his feet now. Does Finlay now. The Rebel, David Finlay with a right hook, gets swung around. Turbo Floyd's got him. German suplex, fooling Finlay. David Finlay goes down now. The end of the head from Turbo. Everything Jay White has done in the last several years of LS11 Universe, it has all been according to one long game plan for the Switchblade. As here comes Danhausen. Oh, Danhausen and Juice Robinson in the same ring is bringing back some memories. Knee into the face from Danhausen. Big kick there now. Danhausen's got a hold of him, rolling him over. Now Danhausen wishboning the leg of Juice Robinson. But as I said, Danhausen and Juice in the same ring brings back some memories. But you look at everything Jay White has done in the what? Almost 3 years now he's been in AEW, something like that. Hang on a minute. Juice Robinson taking out the legs. 2.5 years at this point, roughly. It was the beginning of 2023, I believe, when he showed up. But you look back at Jay White's run ever since he first arrived in LS11 Universe. It's all been meticulous. You look at the Jay White story of LS11 Universe. He shows up, Bound for Glory, Season 3. That is his first ever appearance. He shows up. He and the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, who we've not seen since Survivor Series this season, when they were, of course, part of the OC with AJ Styles, as Danhausen just being pummeled by Juice Robinson right now. You can even see the paint's come off of Danhausen's face a little bit here. But as I was saying, with Jay White, he attacks Johnny Impact, Johnny TV now. Attacks him, takes him out of the main event to try and give himself an easier buy into the TNA World title picture, attacking Jeff Hardy at the end of Bound for Glory. That doesn't work out because of Johnny TV getting involved. So what's he do? He enlists Kenta to go under the Manic, the Suicide Mask, under that moniker, and act as reinforcements for Johnny TV, just to get him close enough to believe he could beat Jay White and then make the big reveal. Oh, another knee into the face from Danhausen. Jay White at that point turns his attention to Jonah, now Bronson Reed, the Mighty Don't Kneel, and Buddy Matthews, now Murphy. What does he do? He shouts out the name Malachi Black, the demon that lived rent-free with him. Wait a minute! Gut check from Danhausen to Juice Robinson. Into a cover. David Finlay with the save. He shouts out the name Malachi Black, a name that at the time could petrify Buddy Murphy with fear due to how easily he had been defeated at Double or Nothing just weeks prior to the match between Bullet Club and the Mighty Don't Kneel plus Buddy Murphy. What's Jay do at that point? He brings in the Gorillas of Destiny. He brings in Hikuleu, El Phantasmo. He brings in the most reinforcements possible to TNA Wrestling. He loses the Good Brothers because they get re-signed to WWE to go buddy back up with AJ Styles. Who's he bring in? ABC, Chris Bay, Ace Austin. He then finds out that Kenta is going to go off to New Japan is going on an excursion back to Japan. What's he do? He imports Juice Robinson. Everything Jay White does, he is the mastermind of LS11 Universe. And this is the first time I think a lot of people are seeing the dots get connected here, and it's almost terrifying as Juice Robinson gut check to Danhausen. Into a cover now. Truth Magnum making the save. And I'm not done. That's the craziest part. I'm still not done. He gets Juice Robinson. He brings Kenta back to TNA to help him out, to bring Bullet Club up to 5 members there. All the while, Hikuleu and the Gorillas of Destiny are kicking ass in New Japan. Ring of Honor comes around. So what's he do? He brings in David Finlay. And David Finlay recruits the Mighty Don't Kneel, Shane Haste and Mikey Nichols, to go to Ring of Honor with him. Big jackknife powerbomb there from Truth Magnum. Getting Juice back up to his feet. In all of that time, El Phantasma's not working out. And at that time, Jay White, with full Bullet Club reinforcements, gets the main event of Bound for Glory. Well, he loses that. The offer to come to AEW comes about. He knows he can't just leave Bullet Club high and dry. So, he's... Oh! Wicked Lariat from Turbo Floyd. Into a cover. Jay White with the save. He gets the offer to come to AEW. He knows Bullet Club can't be left on its own, so he breaks it up. He gives David Finlay control of a share of it. He gives Kenta run of TNA's side of it. He gives Finlay run of the Ring of Honor side of it. And he gives Zack Sabre Jr. run of the New Japan branch. A guy with just as much star power as the Switchblade, who has now entered the mix against Turbo Floyd. And then finally, he gets here to AEW. Who's he bring with him? His right-hand man, the person he can trust most, Juice Robinson. They make some new friends in the Guns for a little while to make ends meet around here. And then they get ABC here before, unfortunately, Chris Bay's big injury that happened a few months ago. And we all wish him a very speedy recovery and only the best for the Ultimate Finesser, of course. But then finally, Jay White, things are starting not to go his way after he loses the AEW title. He loses the AEW title, he gets put in a coffin by Darby Allin, so what's it time to do? Break glass, reform Bullet Club, and get everyone here. And now, he's broken it up again. We've got David Finlay, big overhead belly to belly there, into a cover on Jay White again. Cover, here we go. Kick out again from Jay White. But he divides and conquers again now. We've got Kenta, Zack Sabre Jr., and Taiji Ishimori. We don't know where exactly they are, when they're going to strike, but we know it's going to happen. We got FinJuice now here in AEW with Jay as his backup. War Dogs are now down in Ring of Honor, setting their sights on gold. And who knows who the hell else is in the group, even after losing the likes of Hikuleu, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the Mighty O'Neil due to various circumstances. All I'm saying is, what this long 10-minute ramble has been, is that Jay White's a fucking mastermind and none of us ever know what he's going to do next, and we should all be very afraid of that fact. And somehow the best chance we have of Jay not ending up in the main event of Double or Nothing going for the AEW title for the second year in a row is Hangman Adam Page, who has declared, oh, Prima Nocta! Who has essentially declared war on the Bullet Club. Save made by Danhausen. David Finlay now getting Turbo Floyd back to his feet, though. Back into the corner of Bullet Club. Tag made. Juice is in. And FinJuice may very well be walking out this weekend with the AEW Tag Team titles. And Juice, wait a minute. No. Sent back in the corner by Turbo Floyd. Floyd now makes the tag. Truth Magnum is in. Jay White with a big jumping neck breaker taking him down. Jay getting him back up to his feet now. Jay White. No, countered by Truth Magnum. Discus clothesline takes down the Switchblade. Jay White down now. Cover. Saved by Juice. Oh, wait a minute. Juice taking advantage of the fact the referee is down. Jay White, he's caught by Turbo Floyd. Jay White now goes for right hook. Danhausen. No, countered by Jay. Jay White. Oh, and FinJuice ambushing Danhausen. And Truth Magnum now. With Jay White. White counters. Takes out the leg with a massive chop block. And now Jay getting him back up to his feet. And Jay White. Blade Runner. 1, 2, 3. Switchblade with the win. Jay White could be the favorite heading into the Casino Royale this weekend. A massive win there for the Bullet Club. OutHausen made a great showing tonight. They tried to get the win, but just like that, the Bullet Club pick up the win. That cheap shot from Juice Robinson helped as well, and then Blade Runner from Jay White scored the 3 count. Bullet Club with the win. Bullet Club standing tall tonight. A Big win for them. And you can call that one just too sweet. John Moxley, I said everything last week to you that I needed to say. But I have something I want to say to the fans watching at home tonight. And it's something that's not an easy thing for me to reveal. But I want to officially announce that as of tonight, I am ending the Undisputed Kingdom. Bennett and Taven are on their own now without me. I am stepping back to go back to being a singles competitor in the LS11 universe. Bennett and Taven lifted me up when I was at my lowest, when I first got back here, after everything happened with the Elite. They were there to pick me up when it seemed like everything fell apart between me and Kenny. And for that, I'm forever grateful. But if I'm going to move on, if I am going to go back to being the best of LS11 Universe, the A++ competitor that these fans ranked me as years ago, then I can't rely on factions, I can't rely on outside help anymore. I have to do it by myself. Mox, if you're half the respectful competitor you claim to be, then you'll leave the Death Riders behind at Wrestle Dream this weekend too. All right, folks, we got some singles action coming up next here on Dynamite. As here comes to the ring, coming in from wherever, weighing in at whatever, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, making his way down to the ring. Orange Cassidy, one of the 20 men that will be in the Casino Royale Rumble this weekend. 20 men will enter, 19 pre-announced participants, and 1 Joker that will guaranteed be number 20. If you want to list those full competitors, I will give it to you in just a moment here. That full list of 19 competitors that are going to be in the Casino Royale this weekend include former AEW Commissioner Jeff Jarrett, who returns to the ring, Orange Cassidy, Eddie Kingston, Swerve Strickland, Roosh, Death Rider Sami Callihan, Konosuke Takeshita, Jack Perry, Trent, Dalton Castle, Dishonored's Roderick Strong, Danhausen, Switchblade Jay White, Ricochet, Darby Allin, Hangman Adam Page, Kota Ibushi, Brody King, and a man we will be seeing later tonight. He is one I can't tell you about, as well as number 20, which will be the Joker. But making his way to the ring, a man that is not in that list of 20 names I just read out, making his way to the ring is the Destroyer, the man challenging Daniel Garcia for the TNT Championship this weekend at Wrestle Dream, the Destroyer, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe says he's trying to find that killer he once was again after a humiliating loss to Brody King at World's End, where Brody King beat him in less than 5 minutes. All right, so here we go. Samoa Joe comes out of the gate. He was going for that big clothesline. Orange Cassidy trying to answer right. Now he's caught. Samoa Joe, he's pretty much outright said after that embarrassing loss to Brody King. Well, he's pushing him into the ropes now. Oh, and he kicks him in the ribs after that embarrassing loss to Brody King at World's End a few weeks ago. He is trying to be back. He's going to try and remind the world why he was the TNA World Champion for 511 days when he was. And he is taking that out on Orange Cassidy right now. Inward big senton there, taking him down. OC is down right now, Orange Cassidy. Headbutt from Samoa Joe. Getting him back up to his feet now, and Samoa Joe hits him again. Orange Cassidy with a hip toss, though, and Orange Cassidy kicked in the head by Joe again. Samoa Joe now runs the ropes into senton to Orange Cassidy. Samoa Joe knocking him back down. Samoa Joe! Down goes Cassidy again. Samoa Joe off the ropes. Senton again to Orange Cassidy. And now Joe into the rear naked choke. Samoa Joe, the rear naked choke in. That's it. He puts Orange Cassidy down in what, 2 minutes flat, if even? Samoa Joe just dominated his way to the victory. Samoa Joe with the victory there over Orange Cassidy. We've got more coming up next here on AEW Dynamite.
Oh, Anna. I'm almost sad this is the last we get to speak about our upcoming match. But at the same time, I also know this means we're only a few days away from my coronation as the AEW Women's Champion. Now, if I hadn't made it obvious enough in the last few weeks, every time I've dropped you on that pretty little head of yours, I don't have much to say about you. You are a very good transitional champion. You helped get rid of the biggest headache this company has seen since CM Punk. And for that, I admire you. But you were simply just paving the way for me and my arrival. And everyone will see that on Sunday. Because the AEW Women's Championship is going to get quite the facelift, courtesy of the Glamour.
All right, folks, it is our second to last matchup of the evening, as here come the trio of Dishonor to the ring. The AEW Tag Team Champions Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, as well as Roderick Strong to the ring. Dishonor ready for action. I don't know what's going on. I thought I'd fixed Bobby Fish, quite honestly. Either way, nonetheless, Dishonor make their way to the ring. Roddy in singles action tonight, as he takes on the man that is heading to this weekend's big event, to Wrestle Dream, in front of Washington, his home state, against the Ring General Gunther for the NWA World Championship. The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. So Danielson has made his way to the ring. Here we go. Strong and Danielson one-on-one. We've had many of run-ins between these two over the years in LS11 Universe. And yet, here we are. Once again, we find them up against one another. So Roderick Strong now goes into a waist lock on Danielson. Bryan Danielson, though, countering it. Two of the best technical wrestlers in the LS11 Universe facing off here. Two former Ring of Honor World Champions. Now Danielson, oh, he's giving a strong arm on Roddy. Danielson now pulls the arm behind him now, and Bryan Danielson. Trying to stay on him again now. He's got him, snapmare, and into another chin lock. Oh, and a clubbing blow into the back of the neck of Roddy. And Danielson wrenching back on it there. Bryan Danielson now. Roderick Strong, is he going to be able to get out of this one? Strong rolls him through now, and Strong's got the arm of Danielson now. And Roderick Strong now has Bryan Danielson, who throws the elbows back. Danielson throwing the elbows into Strong, takes out the arm. Bryan hits the ropes now, and Bryan Danielson swatted down by Roddy. Roderick Strong with a right hook now. Forearm strikes to Danielson. Back elbow into... Big clothesline there from Roddy. There's Danielson over, kicking to the back now. Danielson down, Roderick Strong kicked in the head. Getting him back up to his feet here, grabs onto him. And now Danielson, big drop kick there. Taking him down here. Bryan Danielson grabs Roderick Strong. Here we go. Rolls him over into cattle mutilation. This is vintage Danielson. And Danielson trying to force the submission here on Roderick Strong. Strong refusing to give in, though. The former Ring of Honor World Champion, former International Champion, refusing to give in. Danielson caught with a kick in the head. Danielson falls out of the ring now. Roderick Strong grabs onto him, swings him around. Roderick Strong with Danielson. Right hook there from Bryan. Bryan back into the ring now, and Bryan Danielson dives out onto Roddy. Bryan now picking him back up to his feet. Bryan Danielson throwing Roddy back into the ring. Bryan Danielson. Oh, rocket kick from Strong. Into a cover now on Danielson. Kick out from the Dragon. And now Roddy. End of Heartache. Trying to upset Danielson just nights before his showdown with Gunther. Danielson kicks out. Of course, in front of his home territory in Washington this weekend, Danielson and Gunther going face to face, going head to head over the NWA title. Danielson now right back in. Cattle mutilation. Back in on Roderick Strong again. Danielson's got it locked in. Is Roderick Strong going to have to tap out this time? Danielson trying to wrench it in on him deeper now. Danielson. He's got it locked in, but Roddy again managing to get out. Rolling out of cattle mutilation is Roderick Strong. Now Roderick Strong kick to the midsection of Danielson. Bryan Danielson chops him. Roddy chopping back now. Danielson. Danielson and Strong going back and forth here. Roddy goes for a chop, countered by Bryan. Bryan answers back now. Roderick Strong. Uppercut from Danielson. Bryan Danielson now getting him back up to his feet. And now Danielson, here we go. The kicks coming in. And one more for good measure. Danielson into the corner now, and now Bryan Danielson, here we go. Running knee, no. Roderick Strong slams him down into a cover on Danielson. 1, 2. Kick out from Danielson. Dragging into the center of the ring now. Roderick Strong with Bryan Danielson. Getting him back up to his feet now. Roddy goes for the kick. Danielson, forearm connects. Danielson rolls him through. Same way he won their last Ring of Honor match years and years ago. 2. No! Roderick Strong with the big jumping knee. Cover on Danielson. 1, 2. Kick out from the American Dragon. Danielson now picked back up to his feet. Roddy goes for him. Danielson takes out the arm into a roundhouse. Now Bryan, here we go. He's going to try again. He's got the whole crowd rallying behind him. Running knee. The Busaiku knee from Danielson. He's going under the top rope now, and Bryan Danielson. Flying headbutt to Roderick Strong. And finally, Bryan into label lock in on Roddy. And that's it. Bryan Danielson beating Roderick Strong tonight. The American Dragon picking up momentum on the road to his showdown with Gunther for the NWA Championship. Massive victory there for Bryan Danielson this evening over Roderick Strong. Gunther better look out, because in just 4 nights, this man is coming for the NWA Championship. Danielson with the big win. Our main event is coming up next. MJF and Brody King take on Will Ospreay and the 19th man in the Royale, which Will Ospreay has said is going to rock MJF's world. Our main event's coming up next. Alright, folks, it is our final AEW main event before Wrestle Dream this weekend. And we are kicking things off with one of the favorites to win the Casino Royale. The leader of the cult of the White Witch. The King in Black. Brody King, making his way to the ring. He is considered one of the heavy favorites to win the Casino Royale on Sunday, the 20-man Rumble. Even without anyone knowing who the wild card, the joker of it is going to be. So Brody King has made his way to the ring. He's getting a chance to be in the ring with the AEW champ tonight. As here comes the #1 contender, the man that will be challenging Will Ospreay for the AEW Championship this weekend at Wrestle Dream in the main event. He's a former AEW champion in his own right. He's a former TNT champion as well. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, making his way to the ring. So MJF coming down to the ring. He's used to having the upper hand, but Will Ospreay, when told he had to find a partner to help him tonight up against the #1 contender, he said he had someone in mind, someone that was going to really rattle Max to the core, someone that was going to get inside Max's head the way Max gets inside everyone else's head. Someone's going to get him really shaken up ahead of ahead of Wrestle Dream this weekend, and we're about to find out who that is in just a moment here. As MJF has made his way down to the ring. As here he is, the AEW Champion. There is the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay, making his way down to the ring. Will Ospreay marching down to the ring. AEW Championship over his shoulder. So Ospreay, the question now, the $1 million question is, who did he find that is going to be good enough to shake Maxwell Jacob Friedman to his core? Wait a minute. Oh my God. We haven't seen Wardlow in months. Wardlow marching down to the ring, serenaded by Black Sabbath's War Pigs. Look at the side of this guy. Wardlow is back, and that also means Wardlow's entering the Casino Royale this weekend. And, you know, for lack of better terms, MJF's got the look of a guy that just shit himself. Wardlow is back. Brody King starts it out against Will Ospreay. Here we go. Brody King catching the AEW champion up on his shoulders now, and Brody, military press, drops him. Brody King picking him back up to his feet again now, pulls him in. Punch to the sternum of the AEW champion. Brody King now pulling him in and launches him across the ring. Tagged MJF. MJF looking to come in and start picking up the pieces of Will now. Countered by Ospreay. Will Ospreay kicks him now. Will Ospreay. Swinging Will kick to MJF. Kicking the midsection from Max. And forearm to the head of Ospreay. MJF now kicks him in the back again. Ospreay goes down. Will Ospreay. And knee off the jaw from MJF. Hooks the leg of the AEW champion. Kick out from Ospreay. And Will Ospreay trying to get to Wardlow. MJF's got him though, and MJF, you know MJF has got to be thinking that he cannot let Wardlow into this one. JF now. Big clothesline there to Ospreay. Oh, don't threaten me with a good time. The big trucks is gonna eat the little trucks. The War Dog is back. The War Pig. Oh my God. Powerbomb. Brody King's got him now, and Brody King with Wardlow. Power slam. And now Wardlow caught. Brody King's got him up. And Brody King has got him down. Wardlow now punched in the head now, and Brody King trying to take down the War Dog, Wardlow. If Brody King was the favorite to win the Casino Royale, I think the betting odds may have shifted with the sudden arrival of Wardlow, as these two Goliaths are just colliding right now. Wardlow just pacing around him, grabs onto Brody, pulls him in. Another powerbomb! Wardlow getting him back up again now, and Wardlow hits him with another. And Wardlow saying, yeah, Max, go ahead. I'll let you tag in. Oh, boy. Powerbomb. Remember what happened when these two first faced off Double or Nothing Season 3? Wardlow's reminding us all how it went right now. MJF, I think, is forgetting what his ribs feel like being in one piece. Because Wardlow, Death Valley Driver. Ospreay's looking at him like, mate, save some for me this weekend. Because MJF is just getting annihilated right now. And MJF trying to fight out of this powerbomb now. MJF hits him with a knee strike to Wardlow. They're going to daze Wardlow a little bit here. Double tag, Ospreay back in now. Will Ospreay. Ospreay now throwing all the ropes. Brody King. Crossbody taking him down. Brody King now into a cover on the champion. No. Wardlow. Oh, boy. Wardlow has decided he's not done with MJF. Ospreay's dealing with Brody King. Hits him with that kick in the ribs. Powerbomb. Covered by Ospreay on Brody. Kick out. And Wardlow, wait a minute. Wardlow. F10. Oh my God, wait a minute. The Butcher and the Blade. Brody King's lackeys from the Cult of the White Witch. Wardlow being ambushed. Butcher and the Blade saving. Oh, a double choke slam to Wardlow. Saving. Just dropping Wardlow. And back in the ring. Oh! MJF had the diamond ring on when he hit Ospreay. And the official didn't see that either. Brody King. Gonzo Bomb. And now MJF grabbing a hold of Ospreay. And the official not even able to really do anything about it. MJF getting him back up to his feet. And MJF with the diamond ring shot. Oh, and Brody King. Gonzo bombed MJF as well. And Brody King pins the AEW champion. Brody King essentially just made it clear to champion and challenger both. Brody King essentially just said, I don't care which of you is walking out this weekend with the AEW championship. Whoever does, I'm taking it from them. Until next time, everybody, I've been Xander, and that was Universe. Special thanks to channel members Pierre Bornellis, Andrew Cool, Funtime Gmod, Sharkman 410, Zach Russian, Nick Dogg Sports Network, and Kevin Plays 4593. We couldn't do this without you. Become a channel member today for early access, exclusive content, and more.